Hi, everybody. Welcome to another marketing uh, l- live Q&A. This time, another member of the Funky Marketing team joins me. It's our best content writer, Aleksandar. So, today we're going to talk about all kind of different things. We gathered some questions that we're going to answer for you, and Alexander, can you tell people something a little bit about yourself? Because I think it's the first time they're seeing your face, right?
What? I think you. Sorry.
It's the first time they are seeing your face.
Yeah, probably. As probably some of you know, I'm a content writer at Funky Marketing, and before I joined Nemesis company, I worked as a freelance copywriter for 2 years. And what I can say, I'm not so good about talking about myself.
Yeah, come on, we are all good at talking about ourselves.
I really think I'm not.
Okay, so guys, we're gonna answer some of the questions, but also feel free to add any questions for us. We will make sure that we try to answer all of them that we can. So let's jump into it. Alic, what are some questions that we have?
Let's kick it with one interesting question. What drives you?
Yeah, that's always a good topic. I remember in the previous company where I worked at, we used to say like we want to hire only people that are driven by the same things that we are, and it was performance. So I don't know, a lot of things are driving me, and I love what I'm doing. So that's one thing, to helping people and companies get to the next level. But to get outside of the work, it's I don't know, like just enjoying life, nature, riding a bicycle, music, dancing, all kind of stuff. So yeah, those are some of the things, making people happy and being surrounded by people that I really want to make happy. Let's call it like that. So what about you?
What about me? To be completely honest, one of my biggest drivers are money, probably,
Why? What do
and
you want to
success.
accomplish with it?
What I want to accomplish with it? Good question. Everything.
Because I have this opinion: if you are driven by money, you won't get a lot of money. If you are driven by some things that is like, I don't know, helping others, people being successful, you'll get, because like I had this post, and I think I even have an article on LinkedIn which is saying, "Don't chase the money, let the money chase you." So just by going deeper into some things and doing certain things that don't scale, you will get further than if you are just focusing on getting the benefits right now. But having a bigger goal of, I mean, I always remember the things related to the NBA. All the players, what do they do when they get their first payment? They buy their mother or their grandparents a house. So that's a noble goal and noble thing to do. So
Yeah.
I'm kind of connecting what you said, the money related to some of those things more than
Yeah, I have many things I want. I want to buy my parents' house too. I want to. I want to travel a lot. I didn't travel so much when I was younger, and I don't know. I don't want to think about money anymore. I want to come to a point where I don't want. I don't need to think about the money anymore. That's that's
yeah,
that's the goal.
yeah, that's cool. I don't think I'm like that I have all that I want to have to live that kind of life, but I don't think about the money. So
Really?
I think it's all about the mindset, because I know if I keep doing what I'm doing the right way, it will keep growing, because like the thing will keep growing because I'm doing the right thing, And yeah, that's how I lived all my life, and so far it's proved me right. So yeah, let's move
Yeah,
on.
probably
What
my
else do we
mindset
have?
will change as I grow and accomplish
Ah, yeah,
certain
yeah, yeah, for
things.
sure, for sure, for sure. What else do we have?
What else do we have? We have, let's go with this one. The biggest mistakes people make when it comes to marketing.
Ah, because they think they know marketing. That's always like the biggest mistake, because they think marketing is this way, or they think marketing is this way. They think that everybody can do marketing because it's, I think right now you even have school for marketing. You didn't have it back in a while. I mean, but I was studying marketing in college. It's not what I would call marketing. It's some other things, but marketing is so big area that you cannot know everything related to the marketing. It's a lot of things. It's not only inbound, outbound. It's also some things related to the pricing. It's also how do you look at the competitors. It's how you design the product, everything. And basically everything besides selling is marketing. We can call it like that. And marketing, good marketing leads to more sales. So it's related to that as well. And I think basically because of that, people think that they know. You finish your school, you go to specialize in certain departments, and that's how you go to be an, I don't know, a lawyer. You do it as well, so, and for being marketer, I mean, in today's world you need to learn by doing. And
Yeah,
so based on that, everybody has an opinion about it. And yeah, I think that's what it's all about. Marketing, it's not black, it's not white, it's very very gray, and oftentimes it works um, like on the contrary that we may assume. So that's why it's very hard to understand it, and it's very hard to work in marketing. I mean, you have been working as a copywriter, and you are now working as a content writer, and just you know how psychology is important, and how knowing the people is important, because you need to get to the details and get to know them so you can predict what they will do. And that's what it's all about.
I think the same thing. I think the marketing is psychology.
Yeah, it's interesting because basically, we may yeah, I'm close to the main street, so ambulance is going down. But one of the main thing related to the marketing and to the people is that they think that they are making the decisions. Let me say this out loud, because I think people very often think that they are making their decisions, what they are going to buy, how they're going to do certain things. Marketing affects everything. And here's an example. It's from one of the books on marketing. I don't remember the name at the moment, but anyway. So the guy who was doing commercials for the Marlboro Man at the time, like making that switch, because Marlboro were cigarettes for the women, and they made the Marlboro Man and turned everything around. So he was going to the set to record something, and he found out. Um, he was talking actually with the taxi driver, and taxi driver told him, you know, like, I don't believe in those things, in marketing and everything. It
Marketing.
doesn't affect me. So, and this guy asked him, uh, so tell me which toothpaste are you using? And he told him, what was interesting about that toothpaste? It's that at the time they had a commercial when they were saying to people that they can use the toothpaste even while driving. So, and he
That was
had
good
it in
commercial.
he had it in the car. So but basically we give people a couple of, especially when I was in performance marketing, we were actually doing that. You need to give 3, 5, 10 different options to the customer, but they are the one choosing the road. Each one of them leads to the goal, just using the different path, and they are choosing the path, but you are giving them the
choice.
that, yeah, where they can go, and we are not even aware of that, and this is an important topic to talk about.
Yeah, it is. Talking about marketing, what do you think is the biggest difference between B2B and B2C marketing?
um, Feelings, emotions, showing actually the humanity. That's the biggest difference. In B2C we are talking directly with customers, so it's easier to be real. It's easier to, somebody can just like curse you directly, as we are doing LinkedIn Live. So somebody can jump in the comments, like Juliana said, hello, my Serbian brothers. We told her hello, our Romanian sister, but somebody can do some other things, like they can jump in on Twitter and directly give you a feedback or something like that. So in a way, it's they are having direct with the final customer, so they can sell directly to them. In B2B, it's a little bit different because you are not selling directly to, let's say, to the people. You are selling to the people, but you are selling something that the company would use, and specific people in the company. But there are multiple stages of there. Somebody needs to make a decision. Somebody will use the tool. Somebody will make a decision to pay for it. The three levels of decisions, and those are not some tools that are cheap. Most of them are expensive, and it takes time to get into that. But you also need to have in mind that usually companies have already existing vendors. So you are not fighting only just to prove them that your tool is the right one, but to prove that the tool that they are using is the wrong one as well. So having all that in mind, it's more complex. In that way, like the customer journey is more complex, but in a way, when we look at it from the data that we have today, we know exactly the names of those three people that will making decisions, that we need to talk with, that we need to influence. So we know who these people are, and in that way, it's kind of the same as B2C, because it's even simpler. In B2C, we don't know exactly the name of the person. So we are going wide. We are going like, we have this chocolate is for everybody. Everybody who loves, I don't know, who loves. I was going to say onion, but onion is not related to chocolate. Maybe banana. Yeah.
Yeah,
So yeah, that's kind of the way I see it, and I go to that comparison every year around the Christmas holidays, when we have all those commercials, like Milka, Coca-Cola, everybody. Like, I would consider B2B to be fully influenced by B2C when we start to see those kind of commercials for B2B companies.
that would be good.
Yeah. Hi, Lior. Also another friend in the comments. Okay, those are great questions.
What is the most important thing in B2B marketing? One most important thing.
You know the answer, probably. What am I saying every day? What is our business based on?
I don't know what you think about people.
Not overthinking. Yeah, that's the most important thing, because in B2B they turn everything into complex things. they complicate everything. Just this morning, I wanted to cry because of how complicated companies are making specific things. Because it's a big company, and then you have the lawyer, and then you have the CMO, then you have social media guy, then you have PR guy, then you have designer, then you
That's a lot of
have
guys.
somebody who is above the designer, and you have also the content guy. So, and they are all jumping in different stages. So whenever you think you have something finished, they are taking you back, and it's like, look at my hands, like it's like, this, and I'm like, okay, guys, uh, without if we remove all of that, like we will basically get to the same point and the same outcome if we have done that on our own in like half an hour. And instead we are waiting for a month for anything to happen, and it really makes you frustrated, and it makes you like, even, like, why am I working with those kind of companies? It makes you think of specific things, and I'm wondering, I understand that those are big companies, like the example that I'm using, those are big companies, above 500 people, and I know that there needs to be certain law things because it's a lot of people, a lot of NDAs, a lot of things can go out in the air that shouldn't go out. But like we also have the NDA. So I don't know, complicating things without actually a need for that. And it's not only related to, I don't know, to what I described, but it's also to everything. They're still, if you ask B2B companies like who is their ideal customer, they are still gonna say that company, or companies from, I don't know, from 10 million to 120 million, just giving up random numbers. They won't say CFOs in those companies. They won't say, those kind of stuff. So it's still the mindset, because when you're thinking about the company, then you say, okay, I'm creating a content for the companies that are, I don't know, between MRR of 50, 50,000 to the 500,000 euros per month. And you can do it. You can say, like, I'm creating content for Maya. She's a CMO in a company that earns that kind of money, and it's totally different because Maya is a cheerful person. And, that's how we do it. Okay, guys are telling me to let you speak a little.
But you
So,
guys want me to speak.
yeah. Let's go, and let's hear you about the B2B. So you are in the B2B for not that long. So
B2B for three
how
months.
yeah, how do you see it?
I thought that there is also emotions in B2B before I started working for you. But now I realize I can't believe that people are not using emotions here. I thought that was normal. Yeah. And I was really, really curious to learn more about companies that are using it, because there is so small amount of companies that are using emotions right now in B2B. And I think you guys are doing an amazing job in that department. And I don't know. I I, I really couldn't believe that there is no emotions in B2B.
Like, and how do you see writing? You were writing. Give us an example. Who are the clients that you were working for before, and how do you see it now related to the clients that we are working with?
Yeah, I before I started working for you, I worked mostly for the dating industry. And in dating industry, as you know, lots of emotions are used when you write. And I do it almost almost same. I just changed the emotions I use and the words I use. That's it.
Interesting. Yeah, I mean, I'm always looking at, when we were talking about lead generation and about other stuff, we were always comparing it with like some dating apps and the relationship between the two people that don't know each other but end up in bed, and tomorrow when you wake up, you know what you have found laying next to you. It's the same as you get and you sign up for an ebook, and you don't know what you're gonna get in your inbox, and what you get in your inbox or in your bed affects the way you're gonna look at them in terms of creating a relationship, right? Ah, interesting
Uh,
things.
I have one interesting question. How do you think marketing will look like 10 years from now?
Marketing or specific parts of the marketing?
Marketing in general. How you think AI will affect marketing? Do you think it will or not?
Uh, how AI will affect marketing? That's why you asking, no? Aha. Okay, okay.
AI is just getting bigger, and 10 years from now it will probably be very big.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's interesting. Cause like I don't know. In 10 years, I have no idea. Marketing right now is bigger than any agency, than any company. It's like the fifth utility today because we need to communicate, and yeah, it's kind of uh, uninteresting. I don't see it going wider than it is right now. I see it going more human, and I see more companies getting more down to earth, down to the customers, and interacting more with them. So I think more like campaigns and more promotions will be created together with the customers, and that everything will be like focused on the interaction. That's how I see it. I'm always talking about examples from Netflix, from Airbnb. Those are companies that are affecting those kind of behaviors, and like customers are the one that will dictate where marketing is going. That's how I see it. What about you?
Yeah. Which platform would you use if there is no more LinkedIn?
Wait, wait, wait. The sound is late. So, what about you? How do you see where marketing is going?
Yeah, I didn't hear you, sorry. Uh, what I think, I don't know what to think. 3 months ago, I couldn't believe that AI for writing will come up anytime soon, and then bam, Jarvis came, and probably it will change or it already changed the way we write, and in next 3 years it will probably change everything. He is just getting better and better and better. So I really don't know what to think about marketing. I guess some AI will come up and help marketers, probably. But I
Mm,
think that, like you said, that more and more emotions will start be present in B2B marketing, and more companies will realize importance of emotions.
tell me more about you. You and Ivan are using uh, AI tool in a specific way to kind of create the content. So tell us a little bit more about that topic.
How we use Jarvis to create content? Well, there
Mm-hmm.
is a slight learning curve when you start learning to use Jarvis the right way. It's still not perfect, but I've been using it for 2 months and I see the patterns he used to write. Uh, Basically, you put, let's say, some short sentence, then you can expand it, or you can use creative content to content improver to improve the sentence. He will improve it, and probably it will be longer than you put it in. So I using that for all the articles I wrote for the last 2 months, and that's probably 40 articles, I guess, maybe a little more. And that's the best thing since sliced bread, in my opinion. It made my life so much easier. for intros, for conclusions, for basically for everything.
Okay, tell me a little bit more. Let's get into some of the details.
Even more, when it comes to email writing, I think Ada and the Pass framework is the best templates to use for emails, and I think you will be able to write email in 10 minutes if you know what you want to say anyway with that two features. The article outline is doing really good job, and titles for blogs, for videos. I don't think any human can list that many good headlines in a second like Jarvis can. So
Yeah, that's good. So, what is one thing or two things or three things you need to prepare before you use any AI tool?
you need to know the subject you're working on. You need to do a research definitely to know, because if you use a tool and he writes something and you don't know about the subject, you must check that out, because how you know he's right. But you need to do a research definitely. You need to be prepared to guide him. He's not perfect. You can just put headline and expect full whole article. That will be nice, but it doesn't work like that.
Yeah, you need to kind of give him the guidance and teach him how to write further, right? How to create paragraphs. Not only, I mean, the content, but also the way the content is structured.
Yeah.
O- Okay, okay. Stay close. Don't move that much because we are losing the sound.
Really?
Now we cannot hear you. Okay, let's go further. What else do we have? What
Which
topics?
platform would you use if there is no more LinkedIn?
Oh, I mean, we were on social media even before we had LinkedIn, right? Um, what was the name of the platform before YouTube and before Facebook? I forgot about it. Like the guy that sold it, and it's now just traveling around the world and sharing experience. It was the smartest guy ever. But anyway, so I didn't start on LinkedIn. I started on some other platforms. Twitter was, I think, the platform that I still love the most. LinkedIn is the second one. Facebook, because I mean everybody in Serbia are using Facebook, and it's still the best option when it comes to advertising, and when it comes to like Facebook groups, are still the good thing. And I mean, your family is over there. That's not negotiable. But yeah, I like Twitter, and I think it has a great like it integrates very well with Twitter, so it's good. Outside of those like classic platforms, I dislike Instagram. I don't like it. I mean, I'm sharing something from time to time, but just because I don't know where would I share all the photos if Instagram isn't there. Let's say, so that's about that. I like some other platforms like Reddit. I like it if I want to go deep on some topic and find out some geek on some things that I don't see anywhere else. But I'm a marketing guy, so in that way I don't like Reddit, because you can links are not really the thing, and but when it comes to the research, when it comes to the maybe engaging with people in that way, I like it.
What do you think about Quora?
um, well, I liked it before, but right now they were changing policies so often that I don't know. I think I have like 3 million views on my profile or something
I
like
didn't know
that,
that.
or it's less, but it's still a big number.
That's
And like I was seeing my answers collapse one by one as they changed the policy. because first they allowed links, then they allowed anchor links, then they didn't allow anything. And it's not like they tell you, change something in the text. They just collapse, and you are losing it. So you basically don't know how to write, because they just change, and then you lose all the answers because you know it was something that was okay 2 days ago, and now it's not. So I decided, fuck it, that's not for me. So if somebody else wants to go out there and just like fight with policies and with other things, go ahead. What about you?
When it comes to Quora or which platform I will use if there is no more LinkedIn.
Both.
Both. I really like Quora. I didn't answer as much questions on Quora, but I really enjoy reading it about different things and what different people say about same topics. If there is no more LinkedIn, to be honest, I don't know which platform would I use. Probably some blog platform. I never liked Twitter. I don't know why. I just don't like interface. I just don't like it. I can't watch it. But
I think you're making a big mistake. I think you're great for Twitter.
probably, but I really don't try it. But maybe I will change it.
Do you dislike the number of characters so you cannot fit in, or something
I
else?
don't like how it looks. Just when you go in and how it looks.
It's great. It's like tree. You're going down. Okay, let's move on.
Yeah. Best book about marketing.
Ugh, best books about marketing aren't marketing books and aren't business books. It's probably something out of that. Like I can say the one that everybody's saying, and it's Cialdini's Influence. And it's a small book that has a lot of nice things of how you influence people. Like I don't know, I always like these examples when I was in email marketing. Like you're saying, okay, so you and I are now talking on LinkedIn Live, and people say yes. We both have black T-shirts. They say yes. They say our cameras aren't perfect. Yes. So will you buy this? Yes. you know so some things are really working in that way, and you need to know how to influence people, so that's important. No matter what people are telling, like psychology, those kind of bullshit that you are doing, making people do something that they don't want to do. It's knowing the people, so you can point them in the right direction and help them solve the problems, as long as you don't have any bad intentions. That's good in my opinion. Also, like psychology books, that's for me important. I like Daniel Goleman, which is talking about emotional intelligence, about focusing, about all kind of different things. I like um, comics, which helped me a lot how to create a good copy, how to create the atmosphere when we are expecting somebody to come in the room, the third person or the second person, how to guide the dialogue, how to creatively look at the situations, how to come up with the short and really narrow sentences. Also Twitter helped me a lot with that. um, so yeah, I mean, I have a lot of them. For me as an entrepreneur and as a human being, I think like the meditation from Marcus Aurelius is the most important book. I think one of the best books ever written. I'm taking it with me every day, I think, in my pocket. So
I should read it
and
actually.
get back to it. Yeah, you should really definitely. Yeah, I think those are the things. I wouldn't suggest to people to read like marketing books, except like the basics. It's always okay to read like Ogilvy and to read some other stuff. those are the things um, that really matters. And but when it comes to marketing, all the old books are great. The new ones, I don't know, not so much. But if you're reading business books, try to get one or two things out of every book. So if you need to stop reading the book after you find that one thing, stop it. They're not worth reading. So just find that one thing. Why did you buy the book? And that's it. Because that's how they are being written today.
What do you think about negotiation books? Do you think they are important?
Oh, I saw one a couple of days ago while I was buying comics. One of them was just translated, I think, from English. I don't remember which one, but I don't know. I have read quite a few of them. I even been through a couple of Udemy courses related to that topic because in the first company where I worked at, they had, I think, two courses bought, so I use my chance to go through them. I think you can learn a lot. I think you can learn a lot from those things. But I think that if you read one book, you basically will read the same in all the others because they are not that different. So you just need to find which is the best one for you, because they're talking about different things, different ways of negotiation in different circumstances, like if it's the CIA or if it's the military or if it's, I don't know, selling. It all depends, but you can definitely apply all of those things to everything that we do every day's life, because I think we are negotiating on a daily level.
Many times.
Yeah. Oh, let me just use a chance to say hi to everybody listening. A lot of new people. So Rahim, there's Martin, our colleague, Sanjana, I think if I pronounce it right, Anil, Anna, and of course like known faces like Juliana, Ivan, Lior, and some other peeps. Thanks for being here. Thanks for listening. We have more questions, or we don't?
Yeah, we have a couple of them.
Let's go.
Uh,
Let's go.
fastest way to become a better marketer.
Oh, what do you think? You are now on your journey.
Yeah, not overthink it. Definitely, 100%. No doubt about it.
Okay, but what more? What do you think are the steps to get there?
Steps to find mentors and people you can learn from. To be honest, I learned more about marketing in these 3 months than I did in 1 year before this. So just find people you can learn from.
Yeah, that's always a good
Most important
a
thing, I think.
good advice. Yeah, I mean there are a couple of things. I think I also wrote an article about this as well on LinkedIn. Uh, I Well, I say a few things. First is either create a project on your own, find something that you like, that you love, and try to try to sell it. Try to market it well and try to sell it. Create the social media pages, create the blog, the website. I mean, just by doing that, you learn how to create a website. You need to learn how to write the copy. You learn how to do the design in a way. Doing social media, you learn how to also create posts, how to connect with people. If you want to grow your community, you learn how to do that. You want to sell, you learn how to sell. So when even though that you didn't work in a day in marketing, when you apply somewhere for a marketing position, you can say I have experience. And a lot of people are too lazy to do that. They want to be paid to do something, and that's the wrong way. So also, yeah, one thing, spend your own money definitely while doing that, so you will learn actually the pain of losing your own money while you learn something. So that's also one thing. The second thing is can be going and find a position which is more close to the customers. So it's, I don't know, customer support, customer success, whatever. Even if it's a call center, learn how to talk with people. So that's extremely important, and that's why I think like direct response marketing is the best starting point. When you talk directly with customers and learn how to solve their problems and learn and those kind of things. um, I did the first thing that I mentioned for myself, and I did the second thing, but a little bit different, because while I was finishing my high school and studying, I had a job which was like it wasn't a seasonal job because I worked it for 2 years. I think 5 to 10 days in a month by measuring how much people have spent electricity on a monthly level. So going to their houses and reading the numbers over there. And to be able to do that, I needed to do a couple of things. I needed to get inside their houses early in the morning. Uh, I needed to create trust. I needed to avoid the dogs. And
Focused.
like you wouldn't believe me, some of the things that I've been seeing, like where people are putting their, I don't know how it's called in English, but the thing that are measuring the electricity. So I mean, you once we were like the trusted workers for the company. So we were sent to kind of read the numbers for the guys that own millions, and nobody was able to read the numbers for like 2 3 years. So we went over there and we were like, okay, we are prepared for the worst. They talk about this guy like he is, I don't know, somebody, but it was his wife. So she told us, oh, okay, let's go. So we went to the second floor. We needed to take off our shoes. We went into the second room. She moved the sofa. Behind the sofa, she opened the closet, and inside the closet was the thing where we can read the electricity. Of course, nobody has read it for 3 years because it's that difficult to come over there. It's not the guy who is scary. But there were also some different things like we were making fun of because it was two of us, me and my friend. Like they were telling us that one knows how to read, another one knows how to write. That's why we are going we are going together. Or we were seeing a lot of things that we needed to pretend like we are not seeing. Like I don't know if it's appropriate for LinkedIn Live, but I don't care. So like it 6:30 in the morning, we approached the house. The gate was unlocked, and we went over there to like just um, the tool was outside, or it wasn't in the house, so we just needed to enter the yard. But we cannot ignore like moving close to the window. So we looked at the window, like it was husband and wife sitting next to each other in 6:30 in the morning watching porn, like just sitting and watching on TV like they are watching the news. So like, man, like we need to behave like we didn't see anything. And
Fantastic way to start the day.
we knew like where people are keeping their keys of their houses. So it's under the rock, or it's in this place. Like it's I didn't have bad intentions, but if I had, I could have easily robbed the half of the city. That's how people are trustful in the small cities in Serbia. But yeah, that's where I learn communication, and that's how I see the journey to marketing. That's how actually you need to go in two ways.
Interesting story. One another question I think the people will find very interesting. Uh, how to how to create timeless content?
Oh, now the most obvious answer is by being timeless, but by thinking long term. So you look at the content like something you don't create just for the next month or for the next 3 months. You look at it at the piece as something that you want to give value to the people persistently over the years. uh, that's it. That's the only thing that I think of. So it's not something that will, that you think will be out of the practice like in 2 months or 3 months. Like that's why I don't like writing things related to the, I don't know, Google updates or to the, I don't know, new social media platforms or those kind of things, because those things will come and go, and we don't know if they will go and when they will go. But definitely, if we are writing about upcoming Google update for this May, like it won't be an interesting topic in June. So, but we will still have an article that is taking place on our website. So, yeah. How do you think about it?
About timeless content.
Mm-hmm.
Very interesting question. I thought about it yesterday. I think. Uh, just just write something that works. Like in copywriting, there is rules that works, and that's timeless. But don't overthink it. Even when you write those this kind of content, don't overthink it. Just write it, post it, and update it as time goes. If you want something to add, I mean, you can change it for a year. You can add, then nothing. You didn't post anything. So just overthink it. Don't overthink it.
Yeah, I mean that's the mantra. We are now laughing, but it is so many problems is getting out of that thing. Like even if we look at the positions in the company, if that's not your job, you are thinking about it. Don't overthink it. I mean, it's okay if you want to suggest something and go ahead and do it, but don't let that be the thing that is stopping you from doing your job. Or like, who is our customers? Oh, we have these guys, we have these guys. Like, I always look at the thing that, like, we are selling the socks. So let's say we have the final user, which is like, I don't know, somebody that likes socks, well designed socks. So it's designer. Okay, for example, we have somebody that will give them as a present, and it will be somebody who likes, like, um, natural elements inside the socks. So they, because of that, they will buy them and give them away to somebody. Or we have, like, I don't know, a manager of a small shop that will put them on the shelf. Or we have manager in a mall that will use them when you are going to the payment place for the checkout. You will see them, aha, we can buy this as well. So they have so many usages, but instead of overthinking it, you can just say, okay, what's the first one that we can approach to in a shorter period of time, and we can sell them the faster. So it comes to that. And then, okay, when we have some income, when we get things going, we can then approach the other three.
Just don't overthink it. Whatever you decide to do, just don't overthink. Um, how to create a personal brand if you're just starting out?
By sharing your journey. Like, let's say you are just starting. Okay, you're saying, you go to the LinkedIn and you write a post. I'm just starting. I'm not sure I know anything. I'm a guy who just finished the high school. I tried to study, but it didn't work. Uh, my parents made me go to the factory. I didn't want to go over there, but by reading the comics and other things, I learned how to draw in an interesting way, and I think I'm really getting good at it. This is what I want to do. What about you? How did you start? So that's the first
That
post.
will be a good first post.
Yeah, just go and share your journey. And whenever you come to the crossroad, think in public. I know now today's people are going like, what does it mean thinking in public? It means exactly that. You involve other people in your thinking, and they'll help you get more solutions and help you choose the right one. And when you include other people in your journey, basically you get the followers and you start creating the community. So uh, and when you get to a specific position and you start actually doing something, you will lose some of them because they won't like you, because you will start talking about different things. But then you will keep developing, so you will get the new ones. And then again, when you are in the new position, you will lose some again. But it means developing and it means growing up in a way. So if they are not here to support you on your journey, wherever it is, because it's your journey, not theirs, then they are not worth it. So that's actually how you go. And one thing is important to mention. So. Don't try to sell yourself on the things that you don't know. Just admit, I don't know this, but I'm working on learning it. Or, like, don't go ahead and brag around with the things that you don't want, cannot do. Because sometimes we are living in the world when there's a huge demand, and you can sell anything, literally. But can you actually do it? Can you actually implement? If you can't, you have lost your chance. And probably that chance may never come back. I mean, in the uh, huge demand that is around us, you will probably get 2 or 3 chances, maybe even more. But if you don't know what you are doing, not even 3 or 4 will get you anywhere.
I think we answered most of the questions.
Yeah, I think people are just saying hi to us. Nobody is asking us anything. But I think we shared a lot of things. I mean, for me, it was interesting. I don't know about the people listening, but
It was interesting to
uh,
me too.
yeah. I think these kind of conversations are really good to talk about, to answer the people's questions, but also to share a little bit of our perspective. And I mean, basically, this is the third Q&A that we have done inside the team. So the goal was for people to learn about, I mean, to see who you guys are, and so we can answer some of the questions. And I think next week the director is coming, so Ivan will join me here on the podcast, and we'll also talk about different things. I don't know if he knows that, but it's good to announce it live, because I think we're going to go through his life journey and see what are some things he have overcome to get here. And yeah, let's see where it gets us. But I think from now on we'll have this Q&A as part of the Funky Marketing podcast, and we'll also start the second season of the podcast with guests. So also those things, and maybe a couple more new things we'll see about that. But yeah, guys, if you have any suggestions or something you would like to see, somebody you would like us to host, feel free to share it here, and let's go ahead and do it. Uh, Alic, thanks for joining me and asking these nice questions. And sharing a little bit about you, about your journey. I think the next time you join us, you will be more free to share more things, definitely. And
Thanks for live anywhere. So
yeah. Okay, guys, thank you for being here, and see you next week.